Good morning. It is 8:31 on Saturday, April 21st, 2018. I am Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Feeling decidedly better than most of the last week. I suspect that this idea that I will start feeling mostly better with just a lingering cough seems to be progressing exactly as anticipated, which is not exactly what I would want, but it's at least predictable, right? So, still got a little bit of a cough, some chest congestion that I'm gonna, work on to prevent it becoming something more like bronchitis, but feeling better in many other regards. And it's a beautiful day outside. It's sunny, blue skies. I finished Far Cry 5 last night, or at least, finished playing through, like, the story. And the ending, boy, is a doozy. I won't spoil it here, but it's interesting because it made enough of an impression on me that I kind of looked up to see what other people were saying about it. And it seems like a lot of people were mad about it. Like, they thought it was an actual, like, bad ending that significantly impacted their enjoyment of the overall game. And while I don't want to begrudge anyone their own reaction to these sorts of things, that surprises me a little bit just because it suggests that other people were taking the story more seriously than I was. And, I talked already about, in my previous videos where I mentioned this game, I talked about how the setting of this particular one, setting it in Montana and having the bad guys be this strange right-wing religious cult, would give the story an opportunity to say something interesting and political, and yet it's fairly clear from the jump that this game isn't really interested in saying political things about the real world, and so it comes across fairly schizophrenic in that regard. But then again, so did Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. It's just that those were set in a foreign land, and so that strips it from America's contemporary politics in a way that made it not so glaring, I guess. But that just the same, the story is just bonkers, just like in 3 and 4, and I thought the ending, I guess I can see why some people would react that way, because the ending seems like, again, I'm not going to spoil it. You can look it up on YouTube if you want to see it, but, if you watch it out of context, it's not going to, like, the point is that the ending is, like, designed to piss off anyone who was actually invested in the story. So I guess I could see how if people were invested in the story even a little, they could react very negatively towards this ending, whereas I just kind of laughed at how audacious it was, kind of in the same way that you would laugh at, like, a YouTube video. You imagine a YouTube video where someone is indulging in some petty little bit of assholery, and then they get some karmic comeuppance as a result. I'm thinking of one where this you have a kid standing on some rocks above some water, and you see this guy come up behind and go to they're gonna nudge the kid to push them into the water, but then he accidentally slips and falls in himself instead. The way that you laugh at a video like that, that's the way I laughed at this ending. And so I think it depends, I suppose, on what the creators intended. Like, I can't help but feel like that's my reaction is probably what they intended. But I don't know if they did intend it seriously. I can't possibly take it even a little bit seriously, and so that's why I guess it surprises me to have people be mad about it, just because it seems obvious to me from the beginning that you couldn't take it seriously, but I don't know. Anyway, the gameplay is certainly a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun playing it. I might, there's going to be DLC for it, and I haven't really experimented much with the arcade mode, which is like custom maps and stuff like that. And I didn't get all the trophies, because some of them are annoying in this one, and that's disappointing, because I got the Platinum Trophy on 3 and 4. But this one, I don't know, some of the ones that I don't have yet look like they would be frustrating to try to get. So, I don't know. Besides, I have other games that I want to move on to. But I'll go ahead and leave it there for today, and I'm going to play some more Dead in Thay Dungeons & Dragons later today. And that'll be good. And I'm going to try to get rid of this cough. So I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes. It'll be Sunday, so I'll be continuing my rewatch of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Getting close to the end of that one. All right, that's it. Goodbye.